guys, it's Jamila. Welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to go ahead and make this video, and this video is the reading habit tag. So let's just get right into it with the questions. The first question is, do you have a certain place at home for reading? So for me, my favorite places to read are usually my bed or my sofa in my living room. My bed is super comfy and just all the pillows, and I have like an adjustable base on my bed, so that's really neat. Also by my bedside, I have this super cool reading light. This light is by BenQ. They were kind enough to send me this reading light, and let me tell you, boo, it changes the game. Like, I really enjoy this light. I enjoy the different settings that are on it, and it has 100% wider lighting coverage, leaving no area unlit. You don't need to move your book around to read. It provides ample lighting without creating a screen glare, reducing eye fatigue, presenting auto dimming and color temperature hanging functionalities, allowing you to adjust the settings in any way you need. And this lamp does actually retail at $189. I will leave the link down below. It's definitely been a lamp that I have used a lot, and I really wanted to use it first before recommending it. It has different settings as well. I personally have really enjoyed having it at my bedside. I also like to read in my living room, like I said, on my sofa, the chase part of my sofa. I just sit back and relax. But other than that, I also read on the go. That's where I like to read. Question 2. Do you use a bookmark or a random piece of paper? For me, to be honest, most of the time it's a random piece of paper, or I will take the dust jacket flap and use it as a bookmark like this. Or honestly, more than I do that, I will dog ear a page to keep my spot in the book. I don't really honestly have that many bookmarks. Maybe if I had more bookmarks, I'd use them, but I don't really have bookmarks, so I always use the inside flap of the book, random pieces of paper, or dog ear the books. So yeah. Number 3, can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter, a certain amount of pages? To be honest, I used to be the reader that needs to get to the end of a chapter before I stop reading. Now, I just stop wherever. It's pretty easy as long as I'm reading a book consistently to just come back to where I was and keep reading from there. So it's bad, but I'll just stop in the middle of a chapter and come back, because I vividly always remember exactly where I was in the book. Number 4, do you eat or drink while reading? For the most part, I don't. Like, I might have, okay, no, that's not true. I don't eat while reading. I prefer not to eat while reading. I do, however, drink while reading. I like to have a cup of hot cocoa or tea, hot or cold tea. I'll drink sweet tea, I'll drink regular hot tea. I enjoy it all. Like, it gives me a cozy feeling. But eating while I read, it just gets a little too messy. I'm just a messy eater in general, and if I get food on my book, it really makes me unhappy, so I don't do that. And I hate when I lend out a book and somebody eats while they're reading my book. Ugh, it's the worst. Question number 5, multitasking, music or TV while reading? Okay, so I used to listen to music while I would read, but I don't know if I'm just older now. My brain doesn't function well under that much pressure. So I can't do music anymore unless it doesn't have any lyrics. Like, if it's just like a background music type of thing, or like ASMR or something, I could do that, but I cannot do music with lyrics at all anymore. But as far as TV, it's so weird. It's weird how my brain works. But TV, I pretty much every time I'm reading, I always have TV on in the background. I always have YouTube on in the background. I just have this weird thing about that. I won't be paying a lick of attention to what is going on the TV, but I do need background chatter. I don't really like reading in silence. It's so weird. I don't know why I'm like that, but yeah. So all my favorite booktubers, just know that I do have to come back and watch your videos a second time a lot of the time, but I'll have like booktube videos on in a loop in the background, and I'm giving you guys as much watch time as I can. Sometimes I'm giving you a ton of watch time because I have to rewatch videos later because I'm not paying attention, but I still play them, so I'm weird, but yeah. Question number 6. One book at a time or several at once? Personally, I cannot do one book at a time. I love delving into different worlds, and I get so excited that if I try to finish one book without diving into another, I just get bummed out because I want to dive into everything. So what I do is actually dive into everything and read all the books. So I can read a bunch of books at one time and it doesn't affect me. I don't mix up the stories or anything like that. Personally, what makes it easier is having a bunch of different genres that I'm reading at one time. That definitely helps, or very different storylines or plots or whatever going on. That helps me differentiate the stories, but I never usually have a problem mixing up the stories at all from doing that. So yeah. Number 7, reading at home or everywhere? Okay, so it's a weird way to answer this question, but really truly in the essence of it all, I think I do prefer to read at home. What I will do, I will take books with me, but I just end up getting very annoyed when I try to read in public because everyone wants to ask you, what is that? What are you reading? What is that book about? They want all these explanations. You just want to read in peace. I don't want to answer all your 20 questions. And also, just in a lot of situations, it's awkward to pull out a whole book, but I always carry a book like I really read outside my home, when in reality, it's a rare occurrence that I read somewhere else, unless it's an ebook and I can find a quiet area to just read everything I want to read. So really truly the answer to this question is that I prefer to read at home. It's just more comfortable, more cozy, you know what I'm saying? Question number 8 is reading out loud or silently in your head. Personally, I really like to read in my head. It's so much better for me. I do the voices in my head and things like that. I animate the story in my head. It's not even on purpose. It's just kind of what I do and how I differentiate with characters. Although now that I have a daughter, I'm probably going to be reading out loud a lot just to preoccupy her, even if I'm reading out loud the books that I'm reading. So yeah, but I definitely prefer to read in my head. Question number 9, do you read ahead or even skip pages? Oh no. That for me, that's a no-no. Like, I know people who will go to the end of the book and read the end of the book, and then it makes them excited to read the book from beginning to end to see how the end gets to that part or how you get to that part. And I'm just like, are you crazy? No, you have to read it in chronological order, like from beginning to end. What are you doing? Yeah, no, I do not skip ahead. I want the surprise to slowly come to me. I want that anticipation of turning the pages to see what happens. Like, I can't. Comment down below if you can, because I'm so interested in anyone who does this, and could you explain why you do it? Because I'm so curious. But no, I can't skip ahead or anything like that. Question number 10, breaking the spine or keeping it like new? I'm torn, because when I'm really into a book, I break the spine. It's just like, I get agitated. I'm not gonna hold the book like this. Like, I can't. When the book is really good, that spine's getting cracked, okay? And I'm gonna regret it later, but I do it anyway. Yeah, and I used to be really rough on books. Now I'm a little better. I think more often than not, though, I do keep the book like new, but I will say that I've really loosened up after watching Naya Reads and Smiles video about like loving your books, annotating your books. Like, I'll link it in the cards. It's a really great video. Yeah, I've become a lot more carefree slowly but surely. But I don't just wreck my books. Like, I don't favor that. Do you write in your books? Yes, I write in my books all the time. Even before I started BookTube, I wrote in my books. especially at the end of the book, I would write in the back of the book my name, the date that I finished the book, the time that I finished the book, and my star rating. And sometimes I put like random stuff throughout the book if I really intend on keeping it. But yeah, I'll write all up in a book. I've never had any real apprehension in doing so, and I enjoy it a lot. It's very freeing to not feel imprisoned by your books, you know, like it's just freeing. Yeah, that was the last question on this tag, and I tag, it might be people who already done it, but I tag Nicole in her books, Amanda from A Reader in Time, Simone from Chasing Pages, Jocelyn from Jocelyn Reads, and Tren from Transformers. So yeah, if y'all have already done this, I'm sorry. I'm just, yeah, I'll tag you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying my content, and I will see you next time. Bye.